Here you see the hourly forecast for the whole day, and the time now is 9:52. Get a good look. Sunny all the way to 6 o'clock. Sunny. No clouds, no chemtrails, no precipitation. And here's the daily forecast for today for the whole day. I'm going to pan into what we'll show you tomorrow. Sunny. Well, here we are. Wednesday, February 4th, 2015. You saw the weather report, first thing I showed you. And look what we got here. See that? Marking spot? Nothing. And there he is over there, probably to mark another spot. It's too late to make out the jet configuration. But, as the saying goes, they're never gonna stop. We'll keep an eye on that marking point here. That is in the, oh, what would it be? Northeastern sky. Okay? Make a note of that. Back to that marking point. And look what we got over here right next to it. Spraying some more. Be interesting to see how they cover up this today. Looks like a silver bullet. Maybe a blue bottom. Sometimes the reflection on the bottom of those jets will give you off a different color. You can tell by the plume. It's the new mix. Check out myascensionpathway.com. They tell you how they can shoot it out of that jet engine. That almost looks like a... I'm not sure. I'll wait till it gets overhead and I'll get a real good glimpse of them. Let's see if we can make them out. Clearly out of that back tail fin nozzle. Almost looks like a red tail, I just can't be sure. A lot of times those red tails spray that unsymmetrical plume. But anyway, they're still spraying. Contrary to the report, we'll be back to see what transpires the rest of the day. It's only around 10 o'clock. 10:30, something like that in the morning. Just seconds later, as I just turned into the sky, you can see how that plume is starting to break apart already. It's like, why did they even have to lace that? You know, and then back over here, we got another guy coming this way, coming out of that east. That would be New Mexico. I'd like to find out where that secret base is. If anybody knows, get a hold of me. Evan Fain YouTube channel and ascensionpathway.com. There's a contact page. Well, it's 10:30. Looks like I got a red tail. Yep. It's hard to tell about the unsymmetrical plume because he is in that northern sky, not directly overhead, but you can clearly see the red tail on that guy. Wish I could see the unsymmetrical plume. There's the red tail, people. That's why we call them red tails. There's also a blue tail, blue winged bad boys, red bad boys. We even saw an Uncle Sam. That's when I get another documentation of Uncle Sam, I'll show you that Uncle Sam. So check out the plume. Dissipating pretty quick. We know about the new mix. And we know how notorious these red tails are for spraying the unsymmetrical plume. You can kind of see the unsymmetrical plume on an angle if you look real close. I'm gonna back them off. We'll be back. They're spraying. Here we go. 11:15. Looks like a silver bullet. Spraying again, clearly out of the nozzle. Check out the plume. Just spraying the plume. Smaller trail. We know it's the new mix. They'll haze up that sky before it's over. It's around 11:30. Looks like another red tail. God dang, it's just never gonna stop. It's got a new mix. I kind of have a little headache when you already know these trails do cause a headache, and I never get a headache. So, coincidence? I don't know. Kind of unsymmetrical plume there as well. I'm gonna block it off, back it off. We'll be back. You can see the trail work in that back horizon in that northern sky. And just above that, we got a marking point. You can see that. And then over here, I don't know, I can't bring him in. He's way out in that horizon. Anyway, let's see if I can bring him in. Nope. Seconds later, got another one. I'm gonna wait till he gets overhead and I'll get a better view. The guy coming right overhead here. Watch him pop into my viewfinder. Kind of looks like a silver bullet. But continuing to spray, I would assume the day's going to get hazy as they fill the sky with a different type of a chemical. You can get this documentation at Global Skywatch. Check stories and find your way through their website. We know it'll only be a matter of time before we see one of these. You can see the unsymmetrical plume. It's got to be a red tail or a red bad boy. It's hard to tell. It looks like a red tail. See how that plume's coming out of the side nozzles? And just to add insult to injury, he's got a nice old Formula plume there. See that? Got the old Formula plume. The one that makes the sky all hazy. Look at the length of that plume. Let me back it off, get it back in the picture. Oh my God. Told you they were up to no good. They're not going to stop spraying. Clear sky day, they're still spraying. There's a guy right there with no spray. See if we can identify him. He's following behind him. Make sure he sprays the plume in the right spot. Or it could be a passenger jet. It's hard to tell. But if he doesn't spray, why does the other guy have to spray? And just as I said that, look at this bad boy coming by. My God. Back-to-back trails. It's just never gonna stop. Back-to-back trails. Look at the length of his plume. Look at that. He's up there pretty high. It's that deadlier mix. The guys that spray the higher stuff, they spray that, I don't forget what they call it, on Global Skywatch. You can check it out. They call it a swamp. Something that's got all kinds of weird toxins in it. But he's up there laying a top layer. My God, I'm going to back it off. Look at the length of that plume. Oh my God, and you can see where the other trail's starting to dissipate. Same jet. I got the zoom wide open, that's why we can't identify his signature jet there, but you can tell by the nasty plume. Provey again. Weatherport's lying. Look at the length of that plume. Wow. Wow. All the way back. Man, it's just never gonna stop. And just seconds later, we got another one. Spreading the plume. And I'm going to back it off. And there's another guy just below him. I'm going to wait till he comes into my picture. There's the same guy. Alright, I'm going to back it off. Bring it down here. And see if you can see him back in there. Backing off. He should be right in there somewhere. There he is. So that's 3 lines in a matter of a minute where these guys are spraying. It's just not going to stop. And then seconds later, we got another one. That's 4 in less than a minute. All spraying their plume. This is only a minute later, if that long, coming the other way. They're just not stopping. We'll see if it clouds the sky up. It is the new mix. We don't have to question it anymore. We already know this. It's like a red tail or a silver bullet. And I'm gonna back them off. My God. I just knew it was only a matter of time before we seen a red bad boy. There he is. Clearly out of that back nozzle. Let's see how low he is. Back him off. Bring him back into view. See the plume coming out of the back nozzle? That's what we call a red bad boy. And we know what kind of plume they spew out of their nozzles. It's not good. Again, shorter mix, fast dissipating, keep our sky blue so we can keep up with the weather report. 1 o'clock in the afternoon, look at this. I just missed him as I came outside. He's lacing a nice plume back in there. Beautiful plume. And then alongside of him here, I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a guy way back in there as well. Just never stops. Then up over here, looks like we got a red bad boy. As they continue to lace the sky every day. Every day. Red bad boy. There you see him. Every day, same old stuff. Here's some chemtrail wisps. Around 1 o'clock still. Just seconds later. There was no mention about chemtrail wisps in today's forecast. And we'll get it all. We'll show you everything. Well, the assault just never stops. Got another one. He's going the other way now. Might as well keep it symmetrical, right? one way, one the other. God dang. It's just never gonna stop. Look at the length of that plume as it dissipates. See that? This is that new mix that they're trying to cover up. They got a new mix for every atmospheric condition. That's what we found out. Back on this plume, check this out. Even though the sky's not completely covered, we got that plume in there. You can see how it kind of disperses into a cloud-like formation. People say, it's just moisture in the air. No, it's not. We saw the jet go by lacing this. Get a good look. It's white now. Whoever this lands on will be black. That's that thick stuff that turns black at night. Got another red bad boy about 1:30. Continuing to spray the plume. I lost him. Let me get him back in. There he is. She's not gonna stop. Check out the plume. Oh yeah. Seems to be all kinds of helicopter activity going on today. I've seen yellow ones like this one. I've seen red ones. All kinds. There's that plume. Check it out. It's right in front of the sun. Sun's white again, supposed to be yellow. There's that plume that we documented earlier. See that? Spraying continues at 2 o'clock. It just never ends until they get that cloud covered with toxins. They want the whole sky to be polluted, whether we see it or not. Don't be fooled by the non-cloudoids in the sky, okay? Just look at that plume. See that? That's the old mix. Look at that. All the way to the trees. Believe me, it goes beyond the trees. We documented that before. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, it's around 2:30 and right on time we got another red bad boy. Spraying the plume, coming out of the nozzle, polluting our skies as usual. Same thing every day. Different mix to match the weather forecast. Take out the plume. Backing it off. Gonna take it to the other side of the sky. Here we are in the southern sky. And there's one. See him up there? There's one. And then right directly above him, should be coming in the picture anytime, there is the second one. Side by side, forming that invisible grid that you will then breathe but not see. Further documentation of the new mix. Look at that bomb right there. Just never stops. I took a couple hours off just so you can see what has happened. You can see what has happened. Let me show you the rest. There is that eastern sky, all chemtrailed up. Again, the weather report said sunny, no clouds. Well, these aren't clouds, so I guess they're kind of right. Look at that marking point there. That guy just left a plume there. And you can see out in that northern sky, oh, look at all that plume. That's all plume back there, people. All made by chemtrail activity. So I pan back here, you can see there's a jet in that horizon spraying some more. Okay, adding to the mix. Up here, western sky, you can see the wisp and the formation. We've documented that many times of what that is. Up over here, you can see the finned work. See the finned work up there? They've done it. They've lied to us again. Over and over and over again. All right, we're back with the updated forecast to show you exactly how fake it all is. All right, there you see what time it is there. It still says sunny, and clear all night. Okay? We'll show you how that is not true. We're back a little after 5. I want to show you this bad boy. Looks one of those triple plumers. Now how in the heck do you get a jet to have 3 plumes? See that? 3 plumes. 2 on the side, 2 thick ones, 1 in the center. So people need to know this. There's the documentation. I'm going to back it up. I'm going to show you this other guy back down in here. Look at the nasty trail he left as he leads right into the grid. Now I just showed you the weather report. You back this off. Look at the size of that trail. Let me back it off some more so you can get a better perspective. He laced it all the way through there. It goes all the way across. Okay? And look at all of this. Look at the wisps. Look at this up here. Already dispersed chemtrail. We already know what that looks like. See that? We already documented all of this. Previous videos. Look at the X marked a spot in there. See the X right there. Look at all the plume where that guy left there. Look at the plume there. He left a nice big plume. See how they created a shield back in there? And then back over there where the sun's setting. Look at that guy over there. Look at that plume there. Look how thick that is already. We're going to be back to show you how it turns black. They've been spraying all day that new mix. Try to confuse us. But we're on to them. At least I'm on to them. We are here at the Evan Fane channel. We're watching out for you people. Panning back to the eastern sky. X marks the spot. There you go. Look at that. Look at that plume just hanging in there. They're all just creating the wisps and marking points to make it look like they're clouds. And they're not. If you look way in the back, it's already starting to drop as soot. Oh my gosh. I'm sure glad I caught this. Look at this guy. Look at the color configuration on that jet. I'm going to back him off for a sec and get this guy over here. He looks like a red tail. As they cross the pass. No, they looks like they're the same color. They are. Friggin' yellow jackets. You back that off. There's where they crossed. I'm gonna get this guy though. He's closer. Get a good look at that color of that jet. Wow. Look at the friggin' plume. Look at the friggin' plume. The friggin' yellow jacket, dude. It's about 6 o'clock again. We're back. And that guy's still in the horizon up in there. Let me see if I can find him between the trees. Yeah, he's pretty far gone as he heads into that plume. I back it off. I already got him when he was overhead. But there's that eastern sky again. Shouldn't be that color, that's for sure. You can see all the chemtrail wisps. Supposed to be sunny all day, which it wasn't. You can see we documented it all. Look at the color. Look at the color. Oh yeah. Look at the wisp back in there. Jeez. It's just never gonna stop. Here's where that yellow jacket started, okay? See that? The plume is gone. As I pan up all the way across, he's high enough to where he is still white. The trail's still white. Pan back this way. Little zigzag. Little zigzag down in there. And then he goes in between where that tree is. I'll slide over to the tree. You can still see it way back in there. See that? And then he was down into the horizon. But that's pretty nasty. That's real nasty. Another look. Look at the color there. You can tell it's a new mix because we've been documenting this. This should be black by now. See, unless they're getting wise to that black. Alright. There's that yellow jacket back in there spraying into there. It sure looks like a bomb went off back in there. But anyway, we back it off. That's that western sky. It's always got that type of formation back in there. I'm going to pan to the northern sky. And I'm going to show you the horizon here. Yep, look at the color. Okay, we're going to come back out just before dark and show you what that looks like. In the southern sky, you can see that bad boy chemtrail. See, it's already discolored from the sun's reflection. That's definitely the new mix. I'm so glad we get this documented so people can be aware that this isn't a natural phenomenon. Wisps up there, the wisp formation is basically the same. You don't see quite the same fin work. It's just not as thick. It doesn't go in the fins. But we'll keep an eye on it. That could change. Look at this wisp in there. And they said it's supposed to be clear all night. I got the weather report. So you know it's all fake. And just when I was ready to go in the house, we got another guy crossing that X there. See if we can get a look at him. Hard to tell. Could be a red bad boy. Or one of those yellow jackets. Canaries or something, or multicolored. Let me back it off so you can see what they've done. See that? They're getting ready for tonight. One other thing, the weather report was wrong again. Well, here we go. The last footage of the night. You can see that new mix. A lot of the stuff is blown over the horizon, but it's still turning black as it heads over the horizon on the other side of the mountain. So we're really not going to be able to document too much about how black that new mix gets. You can see there, it's pretty dark. Take you right into the soot. Alright. This is Joe Clyde, AscensionPathway.com, Evan Fain YouTube channel. One other thing before I go. Been wondering what this thing is. Could be the space station. Trying to hold it as steady as I can. It'll start bouncing around. See, that's bouncing around. That's me. It's stationary up there. But as I blow it right up, that's full blown. That's not the moon either. It's either the space station or something else. Back it off. But anyways, the documentation I wanted to get was that new mix. They've got the old with the new. And by the way, it did give me a headache today. People have been complaining about the headaches. You can taste it. I'm saying you can taste it. It's that bad. It is that bad. We're signing off. Have a good night. We'll be back tomorrow.